All right. Keys, check. Controllers, check. With you. All right. Thursday afternoon, 5:45, 72 degrees. Cold Springs Campground. We just, I probably won't post the previous video and include it in this video, but we just came from Pickle Gulch picnic area, and we pulled up. Let's kind of spice things up a little bit, change of venue, and so we went to Pickle Gulch picnic area. Anyway, pulled up, there's a big black bear right there and staring at me as I pulled up, and the dogs and I both saw them. Anyway, they got out of the car. The bear ran into the woods and kind of gave the bear a beat or two, and then unloaded the dogs and all the stuff, and the dogs got out of the car and weren't terribly excited to go on a hike. They were sniffing their noses, were in overdrive. Anyway, Frankie is typically, about 50 yards, 100 yards out in front of me on a hike. He was right by my side or behind and was kind of drawing me back to the car. Anyway, I kind of keep an eye on Frankie. Frankie's had a few seizures. He has I forget what it's called. Melissa told me it's a type of seizure you get when you're frightened. So when exposed to new, unusual, frightening situations, Frankie's my main priority. He'll have about a 30-second seizure where he'll start to yodel, howl a little bit, and then he'll collapse on his side and start shaking violently. His eyes are, full on. He's immersed in a seizure. He'll piss on himself. Anyway, so I didn't want that to happen to him on this hike, on that hike that we were just at 5 minutes ago. So anyway, we loaded up and here we are, kind of one of our staple hikes. I don't know if you know this, but I've got the camera turned around. Anyway, I've got a super wide angle lens selection setting. I've got a clip mounted to the bill of an old Washington Nationals baseball cap that my dad gave me. It's a nice baseball cap. The brim on it's pretty stiff, so it can support this GoPro 11. Anyway, I'm sure you can see it's an old baseball cap. You could see the sweat stains on it. Anyway, I'm gonna try not to mouth breathe. My mom is she'll bust my balls if she hears me mouth breathing. She does not like mouth breathers. She's told me this probably 20 times. I don't know, she may be trying to tell me something. Although my mom is rather blunt and would probably just come right out and tell me, stop breathing through your mouth. In a loving way, of course. So anyway, this is hike number 2 of the day. Actually, hike number 3, I'd say, of the day. Got a nice one up Apex Valley on Dakota Hill. Got into some snow. Some awesome views. Not quite as good as the views that you're getting here today. Anyway, I've got 12,000 steps so far today. Had a doctor's appointment this morning. I got about 2 months ago. I was just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired all the time, and I finally decided to give my doctor a call. And prior to my first doctor's visit about a month ago, prior to that first visit, I started logging my blood pressure with a little home blood pressure tester, sphygmometer. Anyway, I kept a spreadsheet of 2 weeks prior to my first doctor's visit. I started a log, and my blood pressure over the span of those 2 weeks was average 145 over 95. And so that shit ain't good, coupled with high cholesterol. Anyway, so I presented my doctor with the log, and he's prescribed 180 milligram blood pressure medicine. And so I've been taking that for a month. And this morning I had a follow-up visit. So 2 weeks ago I started taking my blood pressure again, presented him with the same log, and my blood pressure did go down, but it was still high. And this average was 135 over 85. And so he wrote another prescription for higher dosage of the same stuff. It starts with a V. I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, so I think I'm going to be starting 245 milligram Vermectin. I don't know. Anyway, so also 2 months ago, I went and had a blood test done at LabCorp just on my own. And my cholesterol levels were good thanks to the generic Lipitor that I'm taking. But I was worried about, I was telling you about the malaise I was feeling. Just trying to troubleshoot this shit on my own. Thinking that maybe my metal hip was grinding down, and maybe metal was getting into my bloodstream. So I had that test done. I had I paid for that test. It's called a cobalt test, cobalt and chromium. Those numbers came back good. Of course, cholesterol, lipids, platelets. But interestingly, my calcium number was high. And so my doctor, out of the whole fucking thing, the whole LabCorp report, I had a couple high numbers in there, but one he really kind of honed in on was this calcium. And he's like, oh man, you might have hyperparathyroidism. So he drew some blood to kind of verify. I went to him with my LabCorp stuff. And anyway, so he tested me he drew some blood for that. And that wasn't a problem, but God dang it, I couldn't help but Google high calcium numbers. And first thing on the list is hyperparathyroidism. Chances are good that might be it. Well, I didn't have it. Number 2 on the list, cancer. So shit. I've been laying in bed at night thinking, oh man, I got cancer. So anyway, today I went to go see my doctor for that follow-up. I kind of made sure to ask him about this high calcium, and I think the high threshold number was like 10.2, and I had 10.4, and it kind of looked at me when I brought it up again, and he's like, what's your number? And I go, oh, shit, I can't remember, but it was high. You were concerned about it. And he opened up my LabCorp results, and he said, shit, this is only two points higher than the threshold, man. Get the fuck out of my office. That's what he said to me. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, he's a good dude. Come on, gang. Oh, doing a bit of bushwhacking here. Anyway, I got a good bill of health. I'm trying to lower my cholesterol. This morning I had oatmeal sprinkled with some wheat germ, some blueberries. All right, lost the trail, but that's okay. I know where I'm going. Oh, man. Up, 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 up. Whew. So please believe in me when I'm sounds like an F-16. Nope. United 737. Actually, I don't know if it's 737. Could have been a 320 Airbus. But it certainly wasn't a 57. Or a 77. Or a 350. Up, up, up. Ooh. In the white room with black curtains in the station. You said no strings could secure you at the station. I just passed the tree where I carved in CS Hearts MS with a coffee cup into the tree.